What's up, YouTube? This is GalacticGod, and I'm coming at you today with the two deck list profiles from the current old school duels that we did. I have my deck here along with Gimbledon's. I'm going to go ahead and run through them both. I'm going to go ahead and start off with mine. I've got, in my deck, I was playing one Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End, Black Luster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, a Dark Magician of Chaos, Yata-Garasu, Witch of the Black Forest, a Sangan, Tribe-Infecting Virus, Sinister Serpent, Breaker the Magical Warrior, one Don Zaloog, 3 copies of the Magician of Faith, 2 copies of DD Warrior Lady, and then the Jar combo, Morphing Jar, Fiber Jar, and Cyber Jar. That's going to round up my monsters. For spells, I was using my draw. I had, of course, Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, and Painful Choice. For hand control, I had Delinquent Duo and the Forceful Sentry. For monster removal, I was playing Dark Hole and Raigeki. For spell and trap removal, I had Harpies Feather Duster and then 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. For Monster Recursion, we had Monster Reborn and Premature Burial. We also had Change of Heart and Snatch Steal to take control of our opponent's monsters. And some tech choices I had in was Swords of Revealing Light, Nobleman of Crossout. Now onto my traps that I played in the deck. I had Imperial Order, Ring of Destruction, Torrential Tribute, Call the Haunted, and for a little tech choice for myself, I remember always playing Wabokus back in the day, so I threw a couple of those in as well. And that was the deck list that I was using for our old school duels. Okay, now on to Gimbledon's deck. He had 1 Black Luster Soldier, 1 Chaos Dragon, 1 Yata-Garasu, 1 Sinister Serpent, 1 Witch of the Black Forest, 1 Sangan, 1 Air Knight, 2 copies of White Magical Hat. I remember he used to always play this card back in the day. I mean, that was kind of like one of his choices for light. He also played, of course, 3 Magicians of Faith, 1 Kaiku, which was kind of a good, cool little tech choice that I saw him play. Breaker the Magical Warrior, Exiled Force, Tsukiyomi, and Morphing Jar. He wasn't playing the full Jar lineup, he just chose to go with Morphing Jar instead. He also had, for his hand control, he was playing Delinquent Duo and Confiscation. A little bit different than what I chose. I chose Delinquent and Forceful. I wasn't playing all 3, mostly for space reasons. I didn't want the deck to get too big. He kind of likes Confis better than Forceful. I just like Forceful better because, you know, it's free. He also had his Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, and Painful Choice, of course. He also chose to run Mirage and Nightmare in his deck. I thought about running this as well, but mostly for space reasons, I didn't do it. I don't think he ever got the effect off really in the duel videos either. Essentially what you do is if you have no cards in your hand, you draw until you have 4. And then during your standby phase, you discard as many cards as you draw if this card is still face up on the field. So what you would essentially do is just, if for those of you who are unaware of the combo, is you activate this, draw until you have 4 cards, and then during your draw phase, you're going to MST it. And since you're playing 3 MSTs, to get rid of it off the field, you then keep all the cards you drew. It's kind of cool. You're also playing Harpies Feather Duster, Raigeki, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Premature Burial, Change of Heart, Snatch Steal. He was also playing Swords and Nobleman of Crossout. On to the traps. He was also had a copy of Imperial Order, Ring of Destruction. He chose to play Mirror Force. I remember back in the day, most of the time we would only play chainable traps, so that's why I didn't really include Mirror Force, but you know, he thought it was too good of a card to pass up back in the day. He also chose to go with Royal Decree, Torrential Tribute, and Call the Haunted. So there you have it. There is both of our decks that we used in the current duel videos. I should have links to those videos if you'd like to see these decks in action somewhere down here at the bottom of the screen. So make sure you check that out if you have not already seen those. And if you guys have any questions about the decks or want to know some, reason why our card choices what they were or anything like that, you can leave me a comment in the comment section below and I will respond to that as well. You can also give me your opinions on what you think of our builds, which you might have done differently. That would be kind of cool. And I guess that's it for now. This is GalacticGod.